Hi crypto peeps, hope you're doing well this week. And wow, what week we're having. Today's date is 6th of December 2023. And with this, let's have a look straight away at the charts. And as you can see, and as you've probably seen in the news and in your wallets themselves, Bitcoin has surged from around about 39,000 to around about 44 to 45,000 at the moment. So doing well at the moment in anticipation of these ETFs. We only got a few days to go until we reach January. So early January is when the next dates are when we're going to hear about these. And I believe there are around about 14 ETF applications for Bitcoin out there at the moment in the ecosphere. So things are hotting up out there. So keep an eye on what's going to happen in the next few days. I expect to see this probably drop a little bit as people are taking profits, but who knows? The sky's the limit with this, and next year is going to be gangbusters. So with that, let's get straight to the paper-based news I have for you today. Okay, so my first paper-based piece of news for you today is on Bitcoin news. And it says a Bitcoin spot ETF might result in widespread Bitcoin adoption. The anticipated approval of spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds, or ETFs, in the US marks a pivotal moment for Bitcoin integration. These Bitcoin spot ETFs aim to broaden access, enhance price discovery, and attract significant investments over time. However, it's essential to understand that these advancements will unfold gradually. Spot Bitcoin ETFs promise to open up Bitcoin investment opportunities to a wider array of investors, including IRA accounts, pension funds, and asset managers who are currently limited in their ability to directly engage with Bitcoin. And this could significantly extend Bitcoin's investor base moving ahead. Now, the introduction of ETFs is expected to bolster Bitcoin's market structure by improving price discovery, liquidity, and reducing volatility, similar to the impact seen with other assets like gold and silver. The familiar structure of ETFs could also help mainstream Bitcoin as an investable asset class to those who are still wary of the magic internet money. While the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs could lead to a surge in institutional investment, a key consideration is the rising opportunity cost associated with owning an ETF rather than the Bitcoin itself. And as Bitcoin's network effects grow with increased user adoption, the opportunity cost of not directly holding Bitcoin also rises. ETFs incur management fees which can erode Bitcoin holdings over time. Furthermore, holding Bitcoin directly offers additional benefits such as the potential to earn extra Satoshis through activities like routing on the Lightning Network, opportunities still not available to the ETF holders. So Bitcoin's fixed supply cap distinctly separates it from gold, whose supply can expand in response to market demand. This cap and the expanding network effect of Bitcoin enhances its value and utility, unlike gold, whose value proposition remains static. So the long-term perspective on this, the anticipated approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs is indeed transformative, but it's important to maintain realistic expectations about their impact. Interesting there, and there's more there if that would interest you, so read the detail on this. As with all these news bites, the links are down below, so check them out in full, do your research fully. Very interesting news bite there. The next one here is on the Bitcoinist. Blackrock has actually seeded its Bitcoin spot ETF and what this means. So the world's largest asset manager, Blackrock, seems to be forging ahead with its plan to launch the spot Bitcoin ETF subject to approval by the SEC. A recent development shows that the asset manager already seeded this fund as part of its preparation. BlackRock recently filed an amendment to its S1 filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And one of the highlights of this latest amendment was the fact that the asset manager had seeded the ETF back in October. A Bloomberg analyst also noted that this development in a recent X post while stating how significant the seeding fee of $100,000 was. BlackRock seeding its ETF might, however, not come as a surprise to some, as the asset manager had earlier made known its intention to do this. Bitcoinist reported back in October that the asset manager had revealed its intention to seed its BTC ETF that month. In line with that, the ETF seed capital investor purchased $100,000 in shares on October 27th. Bloomberg analyst James Seyfarth recently stated that there is a potential approval window between January 5th and January 10th. At the moment, there seems to be so much optimism that the SEC would approve these Bitcoin ETFs simultaneously. While reacting to the Blackrock's latest amendment, Seyfarth mentioned that this means that the wheel is turning. Again, with all news, there's details down below. Read that in full. Do your research. Be informed. It's all about Bitcoin, I'm afraid, at the moment. But anyway, let's go back to this. So, Finbold here. Lunar Strategy CEO says institutional investors are coming back to Bitcoin and crypto. I'm not going to read all this in full. It's a big, long interview of him here. I recommend you read that. I've highlighted some parts, but still, it's best if you read the interview here for yourself, see what this guy has to say. But he's essentially saying, investors are getting interested again. They see things on the rise, all down to the ETFs. Again, it's like ETF news this week, I'm afraid. The next piece of paper-based news for you here today, it's got a video there as well that you can watch as well. It's on the street, talking about crypto. 1 in 4 Americans now hold Bitcoin, and crypto is now going mainstream. As digital assets gain a foothold in more investor portfolios, crypto is poised to become a truly mainstream technology. For the early adopters of crypto, it may seem as if the asset class has already grown to permeate the mainstream. The misdeeds of exchange founders are grabbing headlines, and the largest firms on Wall Street are looking to offer spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, to their clients, and politicians are announcing their crypto-focused policies. And there are other encouraging signs regarding adoption. A recent survey conducted by Bitcoin financial services firm Unchained found that 86 million Americans, or 26% of the US population, owns Bitcoin. But the reality is that even if they have heard of crypto, the average investor in the US and beyond knows very little about this nascent asset class. Nelson began the conversation by reflecting on how in 1999, concepts like online shopping and social media were alien to most. He likened this to the current status of Bitcoin, suggesting that it's on the cusp of becoming a staple in our financial and social lives. He echoed this sentiment, emphasizing that nascent stage of cryptocurrency to date, and he compared it to the internet, which took roughly 20 to 30 years to reach mass adoption, suggesting a similar trajectory for cryptocurrency. Arnold also highlighted Bitcoin's primary role as a store of value, acclaiming its decentralized and censorship-resistant nature. He outlined a future where Bitcoin's popularity as a scarce asset increases, drawing parallels with the growth of the internet. Nelson focused on a shorter time frame, speculating that within 5 years, Bitcoin could be as commonly discussed as Uber is today. A significant factor contributing to Bitcoin's potential mass adoption, according to Arnold, is the involvement of major financial institutions like Blackrock. Again, there's more information down there. Have a look at that. Read the article. Very interesting. Everyone knows this is happening. We've been telling you this for the last 5 years at Future Forecasting Group. It's on a roll. It's coming. My next piece of new paper-based news here is on the Cryptopolitan this week. Crypto Mania sends Grayscale funds soaring to unbelievable heights. Grayscale, the largest crypto fund manager globally, is witnessing its cryptocurrency funds trading at astonishing premiums. This surge in value, sometimes reaching as high as 8 times the underlying assets, is a vivid indicator of the current crypto mania sweeping through the market. For example, Grayscale's Filecoin Trust, trading at $34.25, is a prime example, soaring 721% above its net asset value of $4.17. Similar trends are evident in Grayscale's other trusts, such as those tracking Solana, Chainlink, LivePeer, Lumens, and decentralized Mana token, all trading at double to quadruple their NAVs. Again, more information on that down below. Check it out in full. Do your research. Everything seems to be on the up. Everything's looking rosy for 2024. My final piece of paper-based news here again is on the Cryptopolitan. This is out literally just yesterday today. Bloomberg predicts Bitcoin hitting $500,000 next year. Bitcoin's recent surge past $42,000 is causing a stir in the financial world. And according to Bloomberg, this is just the tip of the iceberg. The leading financial news outlet predicts a meteoric rise for Bitcoin, speculating that the premier cryptocurrency could soar to an eye-watering $500,000 in the coming year. This bold forecast aligns with the sentiment of a growing number of crypto enthusiasts who see Bitcoin not just as a digital asset, but as the vanguard of a new monetary order that's captivating Wall Street. Bitcoin's current trajectory is being held as the beginning of a new supercycle, and digital currency, which has already marked a staggering 150% increase this year, is riding a wave of optimism fueled by various factors. Key amongst them is the anticipation of a US-based Bitcoin ETF, a development many believe could usher in a flood of institutional investments into the crypto market. The excitement is palpable across the crypto community, with Coinbase CEO suggesting that Bitcoin might be the linchpin for the extension of Western civilization. Such grandiose statements reflect the burgeoning confidence in Bitcoin's potential, transcending its role as a mere digital currency to become a cornerstone of economic strategy. The spike in Bitcoin's value isn't just based on whims or obscure analysis. There are tangible factors at play driving this bullish outlook. The possibility of a spot Bitcoin ETF in the US is a significant driver, potentially opening the gates for more substantial and regulated investments in cryptocurrency. This potential development has not only excited individual investors, but has also caught the attention of Wall Street powerhouses, considering the enormous possibilities that a Bitcoin ETF now brings to the table. More news on that, read that one if that one interests you. And with this, we move on to the video-based news this week. I have several video-based news sources this week, two from Altcoin Daily. So the first one from Altcoin Daily here goes on for 8 minutes. It's the real reason Bitcoin is pumping. Take a look at that. That's very interesting, full of lots of information on that one. Then we move on to another one from Altcoin Daily here, and this one goes on for 11 minutes. Bitcoin's next price is shocking, and then have a look at that, see what they're predicting on this one. Very interesting as well. They put out content every single day, a very good resource, so subscribe to those guys. My third piece of news here is on CNBC television, and this is just general news from their crypto world news from CNBC, and it talks about Bitcoin surging to $44,000 for the first time since April 2022. My final piece of news here is on another favorite of mine, so subscribe to these guys. Fantastic content. Coin Bureau, this one goes on for just over an hour, and they talk about the new UK crypto regulations, obviously going to affect me being in the UK, and maybe you guys too, but also about Bitcoin's price, GameFi, and lots more questions and answers and education with the lady of crypto there. So really fantastic, packed full of information. So that's it for this week. Hope you see what's happening. Things are heating up as we described and as we told you guys is going to happen moving into 2024. 2024 is going to be a busy time for crypto, for Bitcoin, and for your wallets. Be safe out there. Click that link down below. Subscribe. Leave us a comment. Be safe out there. Do your research. Have a great week ahead. Namaste.